Oh, I remember growing up when I was a kid having bodybuilding champions, their posters in my little weight room in my basement when I was a 12 and 13-year-old when I started lifting. I think I was like, yeah, one of my first, I was one of the first, if not the first kid in my friend group in the 80s to get my own weight set. And, I was so into lifting and getting huge, getting swole. Yeah. When I was like 12 and 13 in the 80s. What's up, everybody? This is DJ Tony. You're listening to Wellness Week Live. And today's topic, dying for muscle. Why are so many bodybuilders dying left and right? So, on today's episode of Wellness Week, now don't forget, I am a DJ, not a DR. And so always check with your healthcare professionals. What I'm trying to say is don't listen to me. I don't know shit. Okay, but I'm a human being. I live on this earth. And so I want to talk about this topic because we hear it all too often, actually, mostly male bodybuilders that are dying left and right. And it's sad because these are men in the prime of their lives, in their 30s and 40s, just collapsing and dying. Men that look invincible, 200 pounds, 230 pounds, 250 pounds, 280 pounds, pure muscle, solid rock, less than 10% body fat, just sculpted Greek gods, just the pictures of perfect health, and then dead. What? But I thought they were healthy. So let's unpack that because, I think there's a lot of, I mean, we all know what's going on, right? But so kind of to go back to what I was saying, it's an interest to me because I'm somebody that, although I don't do bodybuilding, most of my young life, I was involved in weight training of some sort for sports, or, I also competed in Olympic lifting in high school. I took it very, very serious. I was and I'm not trying to brag, but I was a very, very good weightlifter in the Olympic lifting what do you call it? Discipline, which is your the clean and jerk, the snatch, that type of lifting that you see in the Olympics. And so, which is not bodybuilding, but it parallels and intersects in a little bit of a way because, you're a young man, you want to look big, so I definitely took an interest in weightlifting. And so nowadays I'm not into weightlifting, but I still kind of follow it in a loose tertiary way because although now, when I'm talking about bodybuilders, by the way, this topic is about the men that are dying. This is about the men that are in the what they call open competitions, or the guys essentially that are shooting steroids and DECA and other God knows what things they're putting in their body. I'm talking about these men, and again, they don't deserve to die, but let's have a conversation about it. Let's have an open adult conversation, So it's no shock that they're dying, though, right? I mean, we know, like, look, come on. Steroids and these other God knows what they're injecting into themselves can't be good for your body, so they're cautionary tales because, like I said, these men didn't deserve to die. They didn't deserve what happened to them, but we can learn lessons, especially the young men out there who are, getting into weightlifting and want to look swole and big and, ripped. And that's cool. That's good. But you can't be taking drugs. And I understand these men are doing this because, yeah, that's what you got to do if you want to make it in the open. You want to be a pro. Everyone's doing. You got to do it. You can't do it. I get that, but at what cost? Dying for muscle. Is it worth it? You're not there to see your kids grow up. You're not there to live anymore. I mean, you're dying in your 30s and 40s. I don't know. So I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the men that are in the opens. Although it's funny because they have a division called classic, and that's the wink, wink. That's not the bad, it's not the open. That's not the bad division. Classic is, it's kind of synonymous with your natty, as they say, natural. When you're not, they're also taking some shit, so, a true, if you look at like 100% natural bodybuilder, like someone that is, I don't know what the division is called, but, or the sector is called, but there is, I'm sure, a division or a component of bodybuilding that is 100% natural. You look at a 100% natural bodybuilder, I mean, they're very, very lean. I mean, lean like they look skinny almost, So when you're looking at, I'm not going to drop names, but we all know who we're talking about out there, these famous, men and women to that extent, but these famous guys that are, just, again, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290 pounds at 5'10", less than 10% body fat, just, you know, hulking massive things of granite. I mean, it looks like they're not, that's not healthy. That's death. Even if they don't die young, that's not normal and it's not healthy, because we all know you're on some shit. Now, I will say, and this is where it gets murky, you know, me included, I am impressed, though. You got to give the devil their due. I mean, these men, I mean, they are putting in the work. I mean, they're in the gym, you know, whatever, every single day. And, you know, they're disciplined. That's, I think, the attractive part to young men, right? It's like they forget that these guys are taking drugs. They forget about that one. It's just they're looking at the good side of it, and that, wow, they're so dedicated, and they're so dedicated, and the dedication and discipline, and they're eating right, which we're going to get into the eating in a bit, in which they're not eating right. But anyways, but you know what I'm saying? Like, even I marvel at their discipline, you know, there's so many greats out there. And again, I'm not dropping names, but we all know who they are. But, you know, it's like, wow, you know, they're keeping notebooks, and they're, you know, tracking every minutia, every gram, every second, every exercise, every rep, you know, it's all in, they're all dedicated. And that's impressive, you know, no doubt. But nobody wants to talk about the drug part. You know, you don't get to be 285 pounds, 3% body fat without the drugs. Sorry, because again, you can look at the young men that are 100% natty that are competing, and they're, you know, essentially they look like maybe cyclists or swimmers, almost like that, you know. Anyway, so what are they dying of? I mean, you know, it's what you would think they're dying of: heart attack. You know, they're dying of, you know, enlarged hearts, cardiomyopathy, sudden cardiac dysarrhythmia, things that are destroying the heart. And also, you know, the drugs that these men are doing are destroying the liver, the kidneys, the muscle tendons that can't keep up with the rapid growth of the muscles, bone marrow. Okay. I mean, these are the things that they're going to suffer with for longer than they're going to be competing, you know, or longer than they're going to be huge. And the irony is, you have these men that are on roids and other stuff, and they openly say, you can see it on YouTube, they tell people, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. What are you doing it for? Yeah, so this is the other thing I want to talk about. I think there's two types of illnesses going on here. Okay. You know, again, you're whatever you are, you know, 5'4", 6'2", whatever. And you're just, you know, stacked, just muscles on top of muscles and muscles, and huger than huge, you know, big and huge and puffy and just huge. That's not healthy. And those pros are not healthy. That's not healthy at all. And it makes me laugh because a while back they had someone very famous was on the president's health and wellness council way back when. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You put that guy on there? How can you say he's healthy? He takes these drugs. What? So, you know, a true healthy person who's strong and healthy, go look at the blue zones in our world. That's Southern Italy, Greece, and Southern Japan. Those people are truly healthy. Those people are truly healthy. And they're not stacked diesel, huge muscle people, because they eat natural, all God-made, no chemicals, no preservatives, no injections, and no powders, and no pills, and no shots. You know, so it's a really a distortion. I mean, it's ironic, because just because you have all these muscles, actually you're very ill. That's not humanly possible. You know, it takes the drugs. Again, you can have muscles, yes, but not, you know, 280 at 5'10", and you got 10% body fat, 8% body fat, 7% body fat. Yeah, okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's that's unhealthy. Look, and the thing you got to look for is, how is your blood work? How's your physical? How's your heart? That's how you know if someone's healthy, by looking inside, literally peering inside, blood tests, not the facade. Oh, he's huge, he's huge, he's huge, he's ripped, he's huge, he's healthy. Not, you know. So, and again, it's not a dig on these men. I think there's two things going on here. I think there's an insecurity thing. And I would say they probably should get really a therapist. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you hurting yourself? Oh, I want to be a champion. Yeah, but at what cost? You're dying as we speak. That's not healthy. You want to be a champion, but everyone else is doing it. Okay, so everyone else jumps over a bridge. You're gonna jump over a bridge, and that's what you're doing. You're jumping over a bridge, and I think that's the the era of our ways. You know, when we're young, right? We follow, and if we're lucky enough to become old enough, we see, I shouldn't have done that. You know, but then it's too late. You're dead, or you're injured, or you're hurt, or you're sick because of all the years of steroid use and whatever else crap and pills and this and that. For what? For what? You know, these bodybuilding competitions, they don't give a shit about you. You're a commodity, bro. You know, and then you might say, well, I just want to look good. Look good, work out. You know what I mean? But why are you taking steroids again? I think that's, especially when you're not even competing, I think it's an insecurity thing. And then we hide behind our muscle, right? And you have people who hide behind their education too. You know, we're all insecure. I'm insecure too. I hide behind my comedy. That's my muscle. You know, what are you hiding behind today? What is it for you? Maybe you're hiding behind your Bible. Maybe you're hiding behind your intellect. Maybe you're hiding behind your money. Maybe you're hiding behind your looks. Maybe you're hiding behind, you know, you're a black belt in karate. Like we're all hiding behind something. I'm not saying that to achieve things. I'm not saying don't get educated. I'm not saying don't get a black belt. I'm not saying don't be funny. I'm not saying don't have muscles. But when you take it to a level where it's detrimental and you're hiding, that, you know, then it's a problem. You know, when it's affecting relationships, when it's affecting your friggin' health, when you're literally destroying your heart, then you got to, I would say you need a therapist. And hey, I go to therapy, and I would encourage anyone to go to therapy. We all need therapy. And I would say, you know, bodybuilders probably need the therapist more than the steroids. You know, why are you doing this? You know what I mean? So, and that's the important part. You know, so I would say that there's an insecurity portion to this, not for everyone, but I would say for most. And I would say that, you know, you get so blinded by, I have to win no matter what. But again, why are you doing this? You know, you know, I think there's an insecurity aspect to this. So, and then also get the therapist. But I would also say, you know, you need to get healthy again, get a dietitian, get a nutritionist. And I mean, because eating, I ate 3 steaks and 14 eggs, and then I got my powder. And you think these bodybuilders who are juicing are taking this too? Let's talk about that. That's not good either. Sorry, it is not healthy to be knocking down a steak or 2 a day, 14 eggs, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, 9 powder. I got to keep on eating every hour on the hour. I got to put the calories in my butt. That's not good. That's not what they do in the blue zones in this world. Again, Greece, Japan, Italy. That's not how they live. And do what they do and you'll be healthy. Copy what they do in Greece, Italy, and Japan. Eat and live like they live. That's how you live a strong, healthy life and a long life. Not juicing and taking steroids and I gotta eat 4 eggs, 10 eggs, and then 10 steaks, you know, chicken pie, chicken. Oh my God, chicken every hour on the hour, every 2 hours, everything. Like, that's not healthy. That's detrimental. So I would say, really, you know, get yourself a dietitian and get yourself a therapist and get off the chemicals, man. Like, you know, it's just not, it's not good. Guys are dying out there. It's very serious. And, you know, the other thing is it's a bad role model for young men, young boys. I mean, and again, and most young men want to look big and ripped, and that's the American way, right? Hey, big guy, oh, big guy. Hey, he's a big guy. He's a big guy. This guy's ripped. He's big. He's a big guy, big guy. You know, I get it. You get respect, right? When you're Diesel. People don't want to mess with you. You know, the girls love you. Totally get that. You know what I mean? But again, at what cost? You know, if you're starting to shoot and take pills and whatever, it's not worth it, man. You know, work on who you are. Get a therapist. Why are you doing this? And work on the inner of you. And you can walk just as big with the security of who you are. You don't need these huge muscles that are part and due because of drugs, you know? So, and then you have this. A lot of guys out there, they're not shooting steroids. I'm not talking about competitors now. I'm talking about your everyday guys, right? And they're taking, hey, I'm on the, I got my protein powder, protein powder. I'm on the, that's shit too. You know, all the protein powders out there, all the supplements out there, they're not FDA regulated. So a supplement and a supplement company, they can say and make any claim they want. They can't be sued as long as they don't call it a medicine. So you got to know that. Yeah, man, I'm taking this powder, I'm taking that powder, you know, rip this, rip that, and rip powder, big guy powder, big, you know, it says it right here. Hey, it says it right here. You know what's good. It's not FDA regulated. It can say whatever it wants. you're consuming a lie. That's what you're consuming. If you're lucky, you're consuming just powder that does nothing. Because again, this stuff is very, very serious. And you can say, hey, yeah, it's been independently verified by 9 companies, not the FDA. So again, God made over man made. Eat chicken, eat steak, eat pork, work out hard, but I'd stay the hell away from all those powders and supplements. It's garbage. Most of it's garbage. And if you're lucky, you're just pissing it away and it's not hurting you. I mean, yeah. So that's the other thing I think, and I get it. Americans, we like to, buy stuff that's going to make us big. Yeah, go. I'm going to be big. I'm going to take some stuff. I'm taking look at it. Comes in a big jar. It must be big for big guys, but really, again, you want to be big and strong. Just copy what they do in Italy, Greece, and Southern Japan. It's all natural, meaning chicken, meats, vegetables, fruits, nuts, legumes. That's it. That's the health, really. And exercise, hit the weights, hit them hard, but stay off the shit. I think that it's also accepted nowadays. I mean, it's out in the open. You see it all over the place in gyms and even on YouTube. I mean, people just say, yeah, I'm on roids. Yeah, I'm on roids. Yeah, I'm on roids. I mean, it's not even a shame anymore. Back in the 80s when I was a kid, it was like, no. Now it's just, I take it, whatever. But again, you're hurting yourself as we speak right now. It's at what cost? Don't cry when you get that message from the doctor. Hey, you got kidney problems. Don't be like, oh, I wonder how that happened. Like, be like, yeah, no, I signed up for it. That's it. If anything, man up and be like, yeah, I know, par for the game, baby. I'm gonna keep on taking them. So you do you. But don't back down. Don't cry. Don't be shocked. Don't be sad when the doctor's like, you got heart problems. You got bone marrow problems. How did that happen? Are you taking some kind of drugs for your exercise and working out to get bigger? Yeah. And again, you don't deserve that. You deserve something better. You deserve true muscle. And that comes in with who you are. Work on that. Work on who you are as a person. Again, I go to therapy. I highly recommend therapy. And I'm not plugging these friggin' people. They should be paying me though, but they're not. But I go to betterhelp.com and, work on your insecurities. Work on, that. That's a big reason, no pun, is why I think people who are not professional bodybuilders are juicing. It's 100% insecurity. I get more respect because I'm big. Okay. But again, at what cost? You're hurting yourself, and you're not going to be big then for the rest of your life. You're only going to be big for a short window of years, and that's it. But yeah. So again, lift hard and work out. Eat right. But I would stay off any supplement. I don't care. Do not, because it's not FDA regulated. And for damn sure, I wouldn't be shooting shit or taking shit if you're a bodybuilder. I mean, there's just the bodybuilding industry doesn't give a shit about you. You know who cares about you? Your family cares about you. Your very close friends care about you. The bodybuilding industry and these competitions, they just add to pimp you out, to make money. Even though they might give you a couple $100,000 because you won, they're making hundreds of billions off of you, or hundreds of millions off of you and men that are competing like that. So it's they don't give a shit about you. You're a commodity, man. And so they're not going to pay your medical bills and your family's mortgage and rent and kids' schooling. So you really, it's, again, work out, be proud of yourself, be proud of your body, be healthy. But stay away from supplements, stay away from the juice, stay away from whatever pills and crap. It's too many dudes are dying out there. Again, for what? The people who give a shit about you are the ones that are closest to you. Again, your family and your close friends. Those are the people who care about you. And you deserve better. You deserve the best. You can do it. I have faith in you. And, your body's a Ferrari. You put quality fuel in that Ferrari. You don't cheapen it with powders and pills and hypodermic needles and stuff. No, man. So you're better than that. I believe in you. I know you can do it. I'm signing out. Hey, don't forget, share this show with somebody you love or hate. And I got to get my numbers up. Okay. God damn it. Come on. Help me out. All right, everybody. As we say in Italy, ci vediamo. Stato corto. Grazie mille. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm out.